young again for women over 50. I'm going to be 56 in 2 weeks, and I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I decided a couple years ago, after being like, oh, I'm getting old, all those wording things that we say, we women, I decided that I was going to start saying, I can't wait for my next birthday, because I can, because we're living a great day. Today, stay with me. We're going to talk about summer makeup. I'm actually going to be doing a makeup that's more of a pink shade because I have a pink shirt on and it is summer. So, but stay tuned. I'm so excited about this. I wish I would have known this years ago, but we all know about olive oil, right? We know the benefits and it's healthy for you and so on. But we think about Middle Eastern women and their beautiful skin, or we think about oil of Olay, or those are the things that we know about olive oil. But did you know that there's a man, and I'm so excited to show you guys this. It's at the end. It's going to be a video about him from YouTube that I'll show you. I found him one day, and the guy lived to be 112 years old. He died a couple years ago, but his skin, I had to watch it twice. His skin looks like he's in his 50s or 60s. He looks so good. And I started using it a couple months ago. I love how my body looks. I haven't done it on my face every day like I should probably. The guy takes a spoonful of olive oil every day. So anyway, stay tuned. I want you to watch that. Another thing is, have you heard about the Yardley brand? Is that the right way? Yeah. Charcoal. Activated charcoal is in a lot of the soaps right now. It's really popular. It cleans your pores and make sure your pores are a little smaller. I think it's going to be a great product for me. I just started working on with that too, and I think you might like it. But so stay tuned. I can't make you young again, but I sure can, as heck can help you look younger. Thanks. We will start with my makeup on my face. I will take my makeup off, and it'll be a basic pink. Okay, ladies, let's get started. So here I am without makeup. I washed my face. What I like to use is just a basic soap that has a good smell to it. This is all natural stuff. You don't want scented soaps that smell good but are bad for you. So this is one with oatmeal and coconut, and it's one of the better ones. I'll put all the descriptions and everything at the bottom. It's really good. I love it. It makes you feel good when you're putting it on. It makes you almost feel like you're putting perfume on. It's really good. And then, I don't know if you've heard about, right now, activated charcoal is really popular. You'll find it in a lot of the soaps lately, or some, I think they even have it with shampoos, but this is the talked about item right now. I don't know if you've heard about it. They have Yardley brand at Rite Aid. Really inexpensive soap, but it does help your pores. Now, I've been working with it for about a little over a month to 2 months. I haven't seen a major change in it on my face, but I do notice one thing is, how your face, when you wash your face or different things, how it doesn't always keep a shine. I'm noticing a little bit more of a shine, and I think it's something to do with the activated charcoal soap. So I just want to tell you about those two things that I use. I also noticed that a lot of times I have I have dirt that I need the soap to clean out in between my eyes from either the night before or whatever. That's really important that your face is completely clean, and I'll tell you why. I used to sell cosmetics years ago, and I noticed that when people would come to me, they would always complain, I'm not getting the makeup look I want to have. What am I doing wrong? And the first thing I would say is, one, have you washed your face pretty good? Because a lot of times we're in a rush, or we had makeup on the night before and we wake up, we kind of look, oh, we're okay. You start putting makeup on top of it. And it really is better to clean your skin off so that you have a fresh surface to work with. Another thing is nice brushes to work with. I think that when you have a nice makeup brush kit, and keep them clean. Like I try to you should wash them every time you're going to use your makeup, but I know that's really hard to do. But if you could at least, let's say you're going out on a special occasion on Friday, whatever, have them clean for you. You put your makeup on. I know that sounds really weird, but you got to think of yourself as like an artist. You're creating the look you want. So that's what I wanted to tell you about with makeup and different things like that. Now, I'm going to get started on showing you what I do. First thing I do is I take a foundation, and then I put it all over my skin like anybody else. I like to do a liquid first with a matte finish. It's kind of hard to see, I know. I will put better lighting at the very end so you can see everything once it's done. But you should always go in a circular motion. mixes in good, and it's easy to show how it's even. It's better to do it that way because it feels more even. A lot of times people put it in 3 places. What I've been using lately, right now we're going into summer, and I use sponges on my face a lot of times. Or what I always suggest is you should always have these around your house. They're cheap, couple bucks from the store, grocery store or whatever, and it's a round cotton pad. And it's a great way to take off your eye makeup if you haven't taken them off. You know, if you want to use like a basic makeup remover, or if you just want to use soap, it's a great thing to have. Are these cotton balls? They're great. Cotton pads, sorry. Another thing I like to have is just a basic. I know this is really easy and basic, but Q-tips. Because you might make a mistake on your eyeliner or something, and you want to go back and just touch it up. It's a little thing to use to get it done. So that's what I think you should do, because that's what I do, and I really like it. Okay, now I want to talk about this. This is really popular right now. People are doing, they call it baking. This is a stick foundation. I go over the top. With the baking, they'll put it on their skin and leave it there for a while so it stays before they mix it in. I'm not going to do that right now. It does look a little bit cakey, but I think once you mix it around and then put rouge. Are you guys rouge girls? Because I am. You know, I'm in the generation where my mother, who would be quite old, like in her 90s, she used to tell me, you got to have your rouge. You got to have your rouge. Or beige, or a lot of people say blush, but she would say, have a lipstick, a good lipstick, and if you don't have any makeup with you, you just put a little bit on your face. I don't know if anybody else has said that to you, or if you heard that from an aunt or your mother, but I think it's a fun little thing to remember. I think we're living in a great generation right now because I'm 50. I'm going to be 56 in about 2 weeks, and you know, I'm going to have my hair done at the very end. But you might not like my hair long. You might like it, but what I like is anything goes. So if you want to wear your hair long, you can do that. Or you want to wear it short, you can do that too. I've looked back at photos of women in their 50s and stuff, and they're so prim and proper, prim and proper. I can't quite talk, and their style is just really, some of it is just, not very versatile. Like they all look the same. But then again, I do like the 40s. I love the women of the 40s. But now, when you're doing your makeup on your lids, you want to make sure that you cover it all the way up. Because here's the problem. A lot of times, like with me, I have allergies, especially right now with the flowers and the weeds and, the different things outside. And your eyelids can look really puffy. So make sure you put, and I use the same as a concealer or a foundation right over my eyes. You do that just to cover it up. It makes it easier for your makeup to glide right on top of it. Okay, so now what I want to talk to you about, before I'm going to go back and I'm going to do my blush, I'm going to do more on my face at a later time. Now, sometimes people think that you should put your mascara and your eyelids and everything, do it first so that it's not falling onto your face, which I understand that, and I do sometimes, but at this point, I'm just going to do it this way. So what I like to have is, I don't even think I have it out here. You either want to choose a white or an off-white. This is the way I do it. You'll see palettes like this. This is a little one where that's like an off-white right there. Or like this one has it right there. It's almost like a beige. A lot of the littler kids have it. But if you notice, you'll see a lot of times women have, what they have is a little square of white. That white is to show on the top part of your lids, is to show height. In a second, I will show you how it will bring your eyelids up. That's what I want you to do. Most of my stuff is from Rite Aid today. I'm doing. Okay, so here is what I will use, is the white. I like white, but I also use the off-white. But what you're doing is you're going to put this on the lid. It's hard for me to see from this angle. You're going to put that on the lid part, at the top part of your lid. It's almost like I'm going to use my fingers. That might be easier just to show. It's like under the curve of your eyebrow. And you will see why it really adds height. I go through a lot of that color, the whites and the off-whites, because it's something I like to have. And like as I say, it will really bring height to your eyes. I'm going to actually show you also the off-white just so you can see that too. Because the white does really show up. You might want to, if you find it in the stores, you might also want to do a whole palette of that color. I also do a little above the eyebrow, as you can see. You can mix it in afterwards, but it does outline your eyebrow much better. I was in Africa several years ago, and when I got there, I realized I didn't have a mirror, and nobody had mirrors there. I thought, oh no, how am I going to put my makeup on the whole time I was there? But you eventually learn. You really learn. Let me go back to the eyebrows. Your eyebrows, I don't know how you do it, but I do not pluck them. I never have. But my generation, all of us, anyone over 50, a lot of people have plucked their eyebrows before. So your eyebrows may be pretty thin. I like to wax them, or sometimes I shave them too. And I don't know if you have facial hair, but I do. Sometimes it look like it's white. I look like a mustache is going, like I'm growing a mustache. So shave up your face, do all that before you put your makeup. Do that first. Now, okay, so the first thing, as you can see, I have put the white above my eyelids. Now the next thing, I'm going to do pink right now, mainly because I'm wearing pink, but it is summer. And I think a lot of times if you do like the lighter colors, it's much better than the darker colors this time of year. Now I have brown eyes, and sometimes they turn green. So the colors I put on my lids, it really changed the color of my eyes a lot of times. Now, I think of when you put your makeup on like a rainbow, like layers. Like the top layer is always white or off-white, and then the second layer is whatever you choose. A lot of times I'll do a lighter color on the second layer of the rainbow, and then the bottom is your lid. 3 colors is usually good, but sometimes I'll do a little bit more on the sides. We'll keep going. So what I'm doing is I actually am going all the way down. I'm going to do from the middle of the lid all the way down. Do it on a curve, bring it all the way down. Now, I know it looks fairly dark, but we're going to rub that in. And you can look at your eyebrow and see the white underneath it. And when we mix it in, it will look so much better. Now, I like to, in the summer months, the color I used for the pink was like a kind of a dusty rose. I was by CoverGirl. I'll actually put some of these things at the bottom so you can look at it. Now, I want to do something in the creases of my eyes. So I'm going to take a new brush, which I'm using new brushes every time. And as you can see, there's a little, this palette has a little gold in it. But I'm also going to use the cream color right here, which I might have used on the top of my lid if I didn't do white. And I am just going to put just a little bit over it. As you can see, sometimes if you have a pink even or a dark color on your eyelid, your eyelids look a little bit sunken in, and it actually can make your eyes not look as big. But every eyelid is different. What I always learned and remember about selling cosmetics is sometimes the less you do, the better you look. I'm one that likes to wear a lot of makeup, and as I get older, I don't know if you're this way, it's getting harder and harder to put makeup on, especially when you can't see and you have glasses like I do. So, and then I'm going to take the gold color in the palette. It's like a shimmery gold. And I like to put a little bit in the crease. You do just a little bit at the end. I always say go downward. And then just a little bit at the end of the crease. Now, I hope you're still watching. And if you are not watching, please send this to somebody. This is the most amazing thing that I have recently discovered. I found a video. I just happened to be watching a video on YouTube. And this man, he died a couple years ago, but he was 112 years old. And his skin was so beautiful. He looked like he was about in his 50s or 60s. And what it was olive oil. And that's why at the beginning I said, actually on the tab to bring you here, it says, look 10 years younger. I swear to you, I think he looked 20 years or more younger by using olive oil all the time. You know, we cook with it and we know about olive oil, but did you know the benefits of it? He was taking a spoonful of olive oil every day. But I want to tell you, I don't know if you can see this. I'll take a picture at the end too. My skin has gotten so much better. I wish I would have known about this years ago. I will put it all over my body. And, you know, when we used to go on spring break and you used the, you know, what was it? I can't even think what it's called. The baby oil and Hawaiian Tropic and all that stuff. It feels like that. It has the same feeling, but it is healthy for you. And you might want to think about it. That's one thing that I've been doing, I would say about 2 months, and I've seen my body more than my face. I don't put it on my face as much because I worry about breaking out, which it hasn't really affected it. So I'm going to start doing more. But on your body, you would be amazed how young your body looks if you start putting baking oil. Now, I'm going to continue to go. Oh, and this guy that I'm talking about right here, the photo right here, I'm putting his video at the very end so that way you can go to it and see. It's amazing what he looks like. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to start rubbing in my eyes. You know, you'll notice that on the edges of your eye inward, you know, towards your nose, you will see that that is where you have the most mistakes in your makeup. So really watch that area. Now, I just kind of rub it up. There are brushes similar to this. I don't know if you can see that you can use as I drop it, as you can use to move up. But you just kind of want to rub it all in place. Now, I don't know how you are about your eyebrows, as I said before, but I don't pluck them, but that's me, and everybody is different. But a low-cost one, I will do another video for higher cost ones, but they have in here like a little white cream, and you can do that more like, it's not a wax, but it's just to kind of to lay your eyebrows down. You know, you're kind of combing them and comb them up. But this little gel is pretty good because it does keep your eyebrows in place. You know, we've all had a picture taken before where your eyebrows sticking straight up. You want to kind of lay them down. Okay, so now I'm going to do the eyebrows. I'm going to do the eye stuff. I'm going to do the mascara and the eyeliner in a little bit. But I'm an old-fashioned girl. I still use the old-fashioned eyelash curler, and it works wonders. It still works. You pull it out. So great. Now, I'm going to go back to my face, and now, as you see, I've had 2 layers on. I put a basic foundation. I put a stick. And I like to, depending on the time of year, I was out the other day and I was in the sun, so I did not put these layers because I wanted to get a little sun, even though it's gone already. But I like to do, this is just a little foundation, I'll do a little bit over the top. And this is just to give me a little more color and look a little darker, look a little bit more suntan. I'm going to do a whole nose episode where we can talk about your nose, how we can make it look smaller and daintier. Okay, so that's where I'm at this point. Now I'm going to put my rouge on. I love saying that word, rouge. This reminds me of my mother, who has gone, has passed away, but it reminds me of her. And I even like all the bigger brushes for that. Not everybody uses a big brush. This is actually a very small little, I like this color. It's like a kind of rose pinkish color. When you do your blush, always start from your bone. Everyone has a different theory. I've seen different people say things, but like my face has the bones right here that you want to watch. So you follow the bone. My husband says it's war paint. And it looks like an Indian war paint. I like to mix it in. Like I said, you follow the. This is a really big brush, but. And you know, somebody said to me one time when I was selling cosmetics, I think it was one of the leaders, and they said, you know, your rouge should not be so obvious that you see it, but enough to give you a little bit of a cherry look. That was her wording. And I never forgot that, because really it is like a cherry look, like you're sitting there with two little cherries on your face. Now it sounds goofy, but it's true. Remember, your makeup is supposed to make you look prettier, and it's supposed to enhance you, and it's not necessarily supposed to be for your you don't want somebody to come up to you and go, oh God, look at all her makeup. Because sometimes I think we do that. At least I do it. Sometimes I have way too much on. I try to look in the mirror and say less. But now I want to work on my lips. When you do your lips, you do it, it's almost like a V upside down. You go down, down, and then you do, it's kind of like a dot to dot. Go from here to there, you know. So I'll show you what I do. Go down and down. It looks like it didn't stick there real good. And that's why it's good to have Q-tips. It's hard to do it when you're not in front of your own mirror. Okay, so then I go down, like to this dot, and down. And so right there, I take a Q-tip, because I went a little too high. And now I just mix it in with my top lip. Now you can do it yourself, the bottom lip, but if you want your lips to look a little bit more puffy, because I have really thin lips, so I always think about like how thin they look. But if you do it on the upside down V, like a V, really I should say, it does make it look a little bit bigger. Now, this is my most favorite trick of all. I hope you like it. You know how, and I've actually seen other people that do what I do on YouTube, and they have lipstick in their teeth, and I want to just go, no, don't. Listen, you should never have lipstick on your teeth. And really, what it is a small little trick. I'm going to show you two different ways. If you put your lipstick on, you're in the bathroom going to go back out at a restaurant or wherever you are. Put a finger in your mouth and go like that. You'll have a ring. You'll have to wipe it off. But I'm telling you, you'll never have it on your teeth. Or you can do it this way. You can put, toilet paper. You can put something, and you can do it that way. Where you go. Because your teeth, you don't want them to have lipstick all over. That's the way I do it. Now, I'm going to start with my eyelashes and my liner. I am a little concerned because it's hard to do in this lighting. Now, this is what I've been using lately. It's called Max Volume by Wet n Wild. I have tried it all. I mean, I used to sell Lancome. I used to sell Clinique, all that stuff. I just have one favorite, and that is the Maybelline, the old-fashioned Maybelline one, which I'll show that in another video. But this one is the Max Volume, which I like it because it makes your eyelashes look a little bit larger, longer. Now, somebody said to me one time, are you supposed to go under and out? Yes, you really are. I didn't really do it that much there, but I will. You go under, it's like you roll it and then you bring it up, and that does work. These new mascaras that the young girls have are wonderful. If you notice, a lot of the girls nowadays are wearing all the fake eyelashes. I just started using one, and I've been doing it for a couple weeks, but I've been terrible. You're supposed to put it on before you go to bed. I'm going to tell you how that is after a month, because they say after a month you will see the difference in your eyelashes larger. Now, it's harder to do the other eye, obviously, but I just roll it up. And I think when I do just a little tiny bit at the bottom, but I think I'm going to go do the eyeliner in front of a better mirror. Okay, so I went upstairs into my bathroom. Maybe I need to videotape from there. I did my eyelashes again with the mascara, rolled them up, like I said, and then I took, what I did was just an eyebrow. This is just an eyeliner. This is some basic, kind of like chalky. But I like the liquid liners. I just didn't do it for this one, and I'll do that on a different video. But I did it in just the corners underneath, and I did it above. But I like to have a little bit of liner on my eyes, and then I like to do a little curve pulling it out. But as you can see that my eye above my lid and below my brow is a little bit more heightened. That's how I like it, and I do get compliments from it. But when I looked at my eyes, I noticed that in my interior, it still looked a little dark. So I'm going to add a little bit more foundation, just a little in this area, underneath a little. And see, I feel like my eyebrows, I'm sorry, I feel like my cheeks and under my eyes look puffy from this allergies. It's spring, it's going to be summer in a couple of days, it's June. So I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. And remember, you are a young lady. One of the fun things about being a woman, especially in this day and age, is that we have so much more wisdom. We have so much more wisdom than the young girls. Say the young girls. One more thing I want to say is, if you notice, a lot of times people put just a little, maybe the off-white, again, just a little right there in the edge of your eye, just to give a little height. So this is how I look, and I'm over 50, going to be 56 in about 2 weeks. So let's celebrate our birthdays. I have a new thing that I've been doing for the last couple of years, especially if I talk to somebody, or if I run into somebody or whatever when I leave, I go, blow them kisses. We've seen that. It's so much fun. I love giving love. So, ladies, I'm so happy you stayed to the end and watched this video of this man. Oh my gosh, with the olive oil. Listen, this one little tip of the olive oil, I think you should send this video to somebody that you know that is, your age or older and is really concerned about, they want to look younger. Do that. And I want to tell you, we're all in this together, ladies. So let's have fun. And like and subscribe below. If you hit that little bell, it will tell you when the next time a video comes. I'm planning on doing them every Sunday. So please spread the word. And thanks for hanging in. Bye. I'm actually going to the beach. Ciao. Remember, new 40s. 60s is the new 50s. Or 50s. Take two. Remember, don't ever forget this. 50s is the new 40s, or is it 40s is the new 50s? I can't remember. What is it? Remember, 50s is the new 40s. 50s or 60s is the new 50s. 70s is the new 60s. 80s is the new 70s. We look 10 years younger. Let's hope.